all is established. We do have a quorum. If everyone could please stand for a moment of silence. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So first item on the agenda is good and welfare. My understanding is that Harris Elementary is here.
Could I have the Harris presenters come on up?
Would you like us to go down there?
Yeah, if you could, please come down here. I think they're going to put the screen down. You guys can stand right up over here. Okay, earlier this year and throughout the year, Miss Roberts took her class down to the Woonsocket Senior Center and obviously made friends with a lot of the seniors from Woonsocket. One of the last things they did about 3 weeks ago was they interviewed veterans of World War II, Vietnam, Korea, and the Gulf War as well. I believe there were about 15 different veterans of those wars that they interviewed. And tomorrow on Flag Day, they're going to go down to the Woonsocket Senior Center again, and present to the seniors. Here's a brief clip of what they did. We're not going to present it because it's not the grand opening. Tomorrow during the Flag Day ceremony is going to be the actual presentation, but we do have it ready. But the students are going to talk a little bit about what they did.
When our class visited the senior center for Halloween, it was the first time we met the seniors. We got to bring our costumes to school. We were so excited. When we got there, they gave us each a bag of candy. It was so much fun. We had lunch with them and had a special ice cream called Monster Max. Lots of the seniors wore costumes too, and we had a parade with them. They were all so happy to see us. On Veterans Day, the Senior Center had a big celebration for all the veterans. It's at night, so we couldn't go. So we made cards for all the veterans. We made 200 cards with the help of the other third grade class. When we went to the senior center, the seniors invited us to come back for Christmas, we decided to bring them a present. We made snowman soup for them. We made cups with snowman faces. We put hot cocoa packages and candy canes with marshmallows in each cup. We made 100 snowman soups. We wrote directions for how to make the snowman soup on the tag. On each cup, we had them to all of our soup. In April, Miss Roberts told us we were going to do a special project for the veterans. From the senior center, we learned about veterans. We also learned that there were different kinds of wars. We also learned that there were different kinds of military. Then we made some questions that we would ask the veterans when we met them. We practiced how to interview a person. On interview day, we went to the senior center. We all got to interview a veteran. Some of us interviewed more than one because so many came when they heard what we were doing. While we waited, we read books with the veterans, and some of them taught us how to play pool. We learned a lot about them while we waited. They had a lot to tell us about peace.
3 of the veterans from World War II could not come to the senior center because they lived in a nursing home. I went to Friendly Nursing Home with Miss Roberts and Miss Neal to interview them. We met Hugo, Eugene, and Carmine, who all served in World War II.
What you're viewing are photos from our year with the seniors. What you won't be viewing tonight is the actual interviews. When we interviewed the seniors, we had an agreement that we would share it together on Flag Day. So tomorrow when we go for Flag Day, we do a traditional flag ceremony with the veterans, and then they will see their interviews. And we will be presenting them with this the photo that they can use the QR code to watch it, and all of the veterans are going to get pins that Mrs. Neal made for them so that their families can watch their interviews if they want to see them. So it was an amazing experience, and we want to thank Mrs. Neal. We could not have done it without her.
Let's do it today. That was absolutely fantastic. I really appreciate seeing that. And I look forward to hearing how the interviews go when you unveil them, I guess.
But we'll have it for you.
Thank you. Would anyone, and so when Sue Paulina was here, she would always, whisper across the superintendent, say, don't forget to thank the parents for coming down and bringing their kids. So thank you very much for bringing your kids down and taking the time out of your day to come here before us. I know it's not always easy to do, so thank you very much. If anyone would like to address the school committee during good welfare, please come up to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. And yes.
Hello, my name is Linda Business. I live at 163 Prospect Street. I apologize for my voice so baritone tonight. I just have two things I want to discuss. Number one, if any of you were done listening to the school committee's presentation going on, that's room 124, through the special education department on Prader-Willi syndrome. I came from there and I'm hoping to go back. It's an interesting subject. If you don't know anything about it, it's informative, it's educational, and I'm told we have 4 children coming into the district that have Prader-Willi, so it's important for parents and staff to learn more about Prader-Willi. I don't know a whole lot about it, I'm hoping to learn more from the presentation tonight. But the reason I'm here is to discuss item number 3 under new business, the special education diploma requirements for alternate assessment students. Some of you may know I've been talking about this for years on both the state level and the local level, and I'm so thrilled to see it on tonight's agenda because these are students that, as a result of requirements that are now no longer valid on the state level, where these children were not allowed to take statewide assessments, they were being deprived diplomas or an opportunity for diplomas, even if they did adequate work to be entitled to the diploma, simply because they were an alternate assessment or statewide assessments. That law has changed as Deborah Gist left. And Woonsocket still did not have a policy to discuss whether or not these children were entitled to diplomas. And on the state, we are not the only community that doesn't have that policy. But tonight, hopefully, we're going to change that. And as a result, I'm told, at least in our last select meeting on Thursday, that there are going to be an additional 6 to 8 students who will be receiving diplomas this year alone. And you may say, why does it matter? Why does it matter is because when these children apply for jobs, it's often as a requirement for a job that you have a high school diploma. And we're cutting these children out of the opportunity to get that diploma if they've done the work at their level for no reason at all, and as a result, they're not entitled to apply or get this employment that they might otherwise be qualified for. And that's important because we have members of the special ed community that are absolutely, positively able to be actively employed and engaged. And there's no reason why they shouldn't be. And this is going to go away a long way to remedying that issue, and I appreciate your consideration of it tonight. I always make myself available. If you have any questions regarding special ed, please feel free to yell at me, call me, email me, whatever you'd like. I did want to mention one other thing on the special ed issue, and it's a little aside. I was listening to the radio, and there was someone talking about, I don't understand why we have kids at school until they're 22. And it's kind of these kids that we're talking about. And I just want to take this opportunity to explain to people, they think it's just a daycare program. It's not a daycare program. When children turn 18 and they age out of the school system, they move into what's called a transition program. We're transitioning them for employment. Part of the reason why I want this diploma so badly. So I don't want people to think that it's a daycare program and they're sitting there playing games, doing crossword puzzles and coloring. They're not. They're getting on videos. They're going out to the community. They're doing job trainings. They're exploring different job opportunities. They'll work for a limited number of hours for pay, and at times being offered employment as a result of their exposure. So I don't want people to have the wrong impression that you're paying as taxpayers for somebody to sit and play games. They're not. They are in professional training, and that's what's going on. And if you have questions about that, don't hold you with any assumptions, and please contact somebody, and we'll be happy to explain the program to you. But again, I appreciate your consideration tonight of the diplomas. will pass, and I'm hoping we'll pass in time for our students to get diplomas. If not this year, next year. But I'm very excited that it's finally on the agenda. Thank you very much for your time and inspiration.
Thank you, Mr. Fiskis.
Good evening. Donald Burke, 59 Edmund Street, and the former vice chairman of the Woonsocket School Committee. You know, as a teacher, the end of the school year is a great time for reflection.
Mr. Burke, you can raise that microphone if you'd like. Hey, all right.
As I said, the end of the school year, as a teacher, the end of the school year is a great time for reflection. And obviously, I'm doing that as a teacher. But unfortunately, I was never able to do that as a school committee member because my 3-year term abruptly ended in December, and many people were surprised, as well as I was surprised, that my term was over. So I just want to come today and offer some reflections on my 3 years, very briefly. First of all, I visited several of the schools. I've been in many of the classrooms. I've met many of the teachers. And what I would have said in December is, thank you to the teachers of the Woonsocket School Department. I've seen your dedication, I've seen your commitment, and I've seen your love for the students of Woonsocket. And I want to thank you for that. I also, as I reflect, I want to thank the principals, who are obviously many of them here tonight. Your leadership obviously makes things right in the Woonsocket School Department. And you have followed the policies of the superintendent and of the school committee, and I think you've made the Woonsocket School Department a better place over these last couple of years because of your presence. I also want to thank the many members of the Health and Wellness Committee that I worked with for 2 years. After I left in December, the Health and Wellness Committee seemed to die. But these people that we met once a month, they were from the school department, they were outside the school department, and we achieved some great things in terms of policy. Many of the policies that are now in place, dealing with health and wellness in the school department, occurred over the 2 years by the work of the school. And I really never got to thank them for what they did in the school department. So I offer my thanks to them. Obviously, I'd be remiss in not thanking the many leaders of the Woonsocket Education Department, Jenny and Patrick and Brad, for all your great leadership and what you do to make this place a better place. And I would say thank you for that as a former school committee member. I also want to say a special thanks to Kimberly, because Kimberly gets everything done. And she was such a great help to me when I was a member of the school committee. And I do really appreciate that so much. And I also want to thank my school committee colleagues. I was lucky when I began to work under the leadership of George Lockerfield, who had a whole history of experience dealing with schools, and he sort of broke me into the school department. And also I worked with Jose, and he was also a great guy. But over the last 2 years, I especially want to thank my colleagues, Susan Polina, Soren Seal, Paul Bourget, and Valerie Gonzalez, because working together, we did many good things. We really did many good things working together. And I know working with you folks over the years made me a better school committee member. In fact, I think I became a better school committee member. But I guess I was the only one that thought that at the time. It wasn't that funny, was it? But anyway, I am so thankful to have been working with you folks. And finally, the final people I want to talk about are the students. You know, over the course of my 3 years on the school committee, as you know, I'm a teacher, I'm an educator. And my life is with students. And I so enjoyed meeting the students. I so enjoyed going in the classrooms. I so enjoyed reading to them at the various elementary schools. I so enjoyed attending the high school events. Last year at this time, I was one of the graduation speakers at the high school's graduation. And I was so privileged to be able to do that. So I want to thank the students. I want to thank the students for giving me the opportunity over these 3 years to serve them and to hopefully make their lives better. Now, my final comments here. Notice I have not used the word goodbye at all. And the reason I'm not using the word goodbye is because I'm not going anywhere. I'm hoping that the voters of Woonsocket on July 24th will come out and decide that the schools need to be run by an elected school committee. And I'm going to say here for the first time, if the vote is for an elected school committee, I have greater hope that the voters of Woonsocket will help return me to the school committee. But enough about that. I really do want to say thank you. I enjoyed being a member of the school committee for 3 years. I never had a chance to say sayonara, which means see you later. All right? I never had that chance, but I do want to thank you folks up there for all you do for the students of Woonsocket, and I appreciate this time. Have a great summer. Have a great summer. And congratulations to the class of 2018. Thank you very much.
Assistant Superintendent, why are you down there?
Because I'm going to help with this. He's going to struggle.
I'm going to make my remarks longer later. Okay. And would anyone else like to address the school committee? Hearing no one, on to my broken computer. Recognitions and announcements. Dr. McGee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So the reason that Dr. Chaffin said that Dr. Remke is down there and not up here, although she's approaching the stage, is this evening we're going to be presenting some citations to some very well-deserving teachers here in the district. We're going to start with our induction coaches. On behalf of the Woonsocket Education Department, I'd like to extend my sincere appreciation to the district's induction coaches. The hiring of 43 new teachers in the 2017-2018 school year presented the district with some unique challenges, as often new teachers struggle to gain competency in the instructional practices needed to effectively meet students' needs. The induction coaches played a critical role in supporting these teachers. They began their work with extensive training through the New Teacher Center in the Rhode Island Department of Education. They then worked closely with new teachers in a strategic effort to promote effective instruction and reflective practice, with the overarching goal of increased student learning. 30 new Woonsocket Education Department educators benefited from the coaches' services, which included weekly classroom-based support, observations, data collection, conferencing, lesson planning, analyzing student work, modeling effective teaching techniques, assisting with locating resources, and guidance through the evaluation process. To say the least, their outstanding efforts were not only positively received by the teachers they supported, but truly made a difference in teaching and learning. In the words of Commissioner Ken Wagner, this important work will continue to be a priority in the years ahead because we know that school and district leadership has a tremendous impact on outcomes. Education leaders can set the tone for students, for teachers, and for a community. We're going to provide the investment and support necessary for those leaders to foster innovative, successful, joyful school communities across our state. So at this time, we'd like to present the coaches with a citation from Senator Roger McGarty.
You're first.
Stephanie Roberts. Kara Neiman. Sue Gerard, Falmouth Road. I just want to say Stephanie Roberts from Harris and Karen Newman is from Villanova. Elena Charette from Assistant.
She gets a shout out.
Ethel Lott from Woonsocket High School. Jessica Donato from Savoy. She's not here. I'm going to ask Mrs. Coder to come up and Colleen Beagle from Woonsocket High School. Paulette Nativia from Villanova.
Next, I'm going to recognize some teachers who were involved in a great initiative. Actually, this is the second year of this initiative. It's called Girls on the Run here in our district. 17 Citizens Memorial Elementary School girls participated in the Girls on the Run program this year. The program inspires girls to be joyful, healthy, and confident using a fun, experience-based curriculum which creatively integrates running. 4 teachers volunteered 2 times a week coaching these girls to complete a 5K that was held on May 20th at Holt State Park. The head coach is Caroline Bateson, along with 3 other coaches, Lauren Higgins, Tiffany Godbout, and Mary Desjardins. I'd like to thank all of the coaches for their dedication this year with all of our students. And we're going to recognize those ladies now.
We have head coach Carolyn Beaton. Coach Mary Desjardins. Coach Tiffany Galba. And Coach Lauren Higgins. And we also have the girls here, so we would like to invite them up here, please.
Coaches go. Mrs. Kenna wants a projector. Big fat lady front row. That's me. Come on, coaches. Oh, Miss Bateson.
The next group that we're going to recognize this evening is from the National Institute for STEM Education. The importance of STEM education is becoming more and more apparent in today's ever-changing world. According to the United States Department of Commerce, careers in STEM are growing extremely quickly at 17% from the year 2008 to the this year, 2018, compared to other careers growing at a rate of only 9.8%. With these numbers to back it up, STEM education is finding its home in classrooms in an attempt to get young minds interested early in hopes of filling the future workforce void. The Woonsocket Education Department has afforded the opportunity to receive scholarships for national STEM certification programs. Two of our outstanding educators completed their STEM certification training by the National Institute for STEM Education. And those teachers are here this evening.
Allison Meyer from Savoy.
Turn this way. Turn around.
Get in there, Dr. Remco.
No.
Get in there, Dr. Remco. Get in there, Dr. Remco. Dr. Remco, why don't you get in there? See, I can't see.
Well done.
Mitch Combs
There you
from
go.
Savoy.
Go ahead, Dr. Remco.
Before I move on to the next part of my announcements and recognitions, I just want to, again, if we could all give an applause to all of those teachers and staff that were just recognized here tonight. I've said this before, and I'm going to continue to say it. We're so fortunate here in Woonsocket to have the level of dedicated teachers and staff. I don't think that any other district can match the level of dedication we have here in Woonsocket with respect to our teachers. And I, for one, and I know Dr. Remka and the other directors and school committee share the same sentiments, that we are so very lucky to have the teachers here that we have, and very, very proud of them. So thank you very much. The Woonsocket Education Department recently received the Rebecca Ramos Horizon Award from OCEAN, which is the Ocean State Higher Education Economic and Administrative Network. The award is given to organizations that demonstrate significant technical innovation, leadership, and execution. Woonsocket received this award for its special construction project, which is the dark fiber high-speed internet, which we started this year and is pretty much just about ready to go, which is going to provide just lightning fast internet to all of our schools and all of our buildings. The Waters Church has paid. Yes.
Lightning fast, lightning fast.
At least that's what Al told me. I want to recognize Waters Church. We're very fortunate for the Waters Church here in our community. They paid $1,121.87 to cover negative lunch balances for students at the Hamlet Village Middle Schools. This past December, they also paid off students' accounts in the amount of $1,291.87. On behalf of the Woonsocket Education Department and Sodexo Food Services, we sincerely appreciate their kind generosity and their continued support for our students. On May 17th, 4 Leo Spoy Elementary School students, along with their families, were Dewey's art class attended the Rhode Island Art Alliance recognition ceremony at URI Providence campus. Their work was displayed for everyone to see, and it was such a great representation of the talent and hard work of our artistic students. Tina Morissette, art teacher from Hamlet Middle School, submitted work as well, artwork as well. The following students were celebrated for their achievements. Ciara Lugo Hall, who's a second grader, and she produced sunflowers in watercolor. Ava Putney, grade 3, produced some birch trees in watercolor as well. Olani Milian, grade 4 student, tree silhouette in crayon. Siona Shaver, who's a grade 4 student, abstract composition in tempera. And Mina Anturnis, who's a grade 5 student at Savoy, produced skeletons in the closet with crayon and permanent marker. A video has been released by the Rhode Island Alliance for this show and can be found on YouTube titled PS 2018 RI Update. And lastly, I want to recognize some events that were held in the district recently and to let the community and the committee know of our upcoming events. Senior Walk was held on Thursday, May 31st. This was our second annual Senior Walk, and each year we do it, it seems to get better and better. This is an opportunity for our graduating seniors to go back to their elementary schools and back to their middle school and walk through the halls as adoring, and when I say adoring, if you've seen it, it truly is. Students lining the halls with teachers, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful experience seeing our seniors getting emotional, their former teachers getting emotional, and seeing the students really looking up to them and seeing themselves graduating in years to come. So it's a great event, and it's something, it's a tradition that we're going to continue here in Woonsocket, hopefully forever. Graduation date, Friday, June 15th. They're saying it's going to be nice and sunny, so I am going to say that it's going to be at Barry Field at 4 o'clock and not in the gymnasium at the high school. After graduation, the graduation lock-in is going to be scheduled. And this event is sponsored by the Woonsocket Prevention Coalition and PAC. It's the 3rd annual lock-in celebration. There will be fun and exciting activities, entertainment, and refreshments. The event will take place at the high school on June 15th, beginning with student registrations at 10 p.m. Doors will close at 11 p.m. No students will be required to come in after that. And the event will end at 5 a.m. on June 16th. More volunteers to chaperone this event are needed, so if there's anyone out there within the district, any teachers or staff, they will get professional development credit for that. I know that in the last few days, I think we've had a good number of staff who come forward and said they'd like to chaperone. If you'd like to volunteer, please email Pat at pat_co-chair@yahoo.com. And I would also like to announce that last evening at the Wrights Farm, the Woonsocket Area Career and Technical Center, students had their award ceremony and graduation. Vice Chair Bourget and Chairman Seal and I were in attendance, as was the mayor, and again, that's another event that there are a lot of events toward the end of the school year, all that go from kindergarten graduations to 5th grade graduations to middle school graduations, and there's senior day, there are awards nights, but really the two most special, at least for me, are graduation and the Woonsocket Area Career and Technical Awards night. It's wonderful to recognize the wonderful students that we have at the high school who happen to be Career Center students, and it was last night did not. Last night was a wonderful event, as they've all been. So I want to congratulate all of those students, and we look forward to seeing them on Friday for their graduation. Last day of school for the 2017-2018 school year is Wednesday, June 20th. No more snow days. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Dr. McGee. Would any school committee member like to comment on the recognitions and announcements? Hearing none, I will make a motion to receive and
and file the recognitions and announcements. Is there a second? Second by Vice Chair Bourget. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. On to the approval of minutes. I'll make a motion to approve the May 23rd, 2018 closed session minutes. Is there a second? Second made by Vice Chair Bourget. Are there any corrections? Hearing none. Dr. McGee, roll call.
Chairman Steele?
Yes.
Vice Chair Bourget?
Yes.
Mr. Lima?
Yes.
And the closed session minutes are approved. Next, I'll make a motion to approve the May 23rd, 2018 open session minutes. Is there a second? Second made by Vice Chair Bourget. Any corrections? Hearing none. Dr. McGee, roll call.
Chairman Steele?
Yes.
Vice Chair Bourget?
Yes.
Mr. Lima?
Yes.
And the open session minutes are approved. On to the consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda? Motion made by Vice Chair Bourget. Second made by Mr. Lima. Would any school committee member like to take out any item for individual discussion?
Yes.
Vice Chair Bourget.
Purchases, there's some education. I'd like to have more discussion on that.
The curriculum?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
That's the only one.
All right, hearing. Okay, so the floor is yours.
Well, we have an invoice purchase to approve of $406,000 for the Ready Gen professional development and reading program. I'd just like to get more information on that, if I could, Dr. McGee, because I know you've been looking, you and the administration have been looking at different reading programs, and I want to make sure that we get the sense that there's good reasons to choose this, because the district is going to be making a significant expenditure. So these will be this program.
So this was one of the pilot programs that the curriculum subcommittee took up. So early, I forget when, months and months and months ago. So it was either, I think it was around this time last year actually, or maybe over the summer, the curriculum subcommittee approved 2 different curriculums to pilot throughout the entire year, and this was the winner.
What was the reason for the one? What was it better? How did we do anything better than the other? Solomon.
I can start, and
We can all do it, so we're all like looking at each other.
Someone else.
Why did you leave that so high?
I'd like to say that the process was fairly intensive in the selection of to hear me?
Just about.
So I'm not sure if it's going on. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. We started by, there were 2 programs that were selected. One was Pearson, which we're looking at right now, Ready Gen. The other was a program known as Wonders through McGraw-Hill.
Right.
Throughout the year, we conducted pilot visits, pilot surveys, progress monitoring, and data reviews. Towards the center of our selection process, we were called in to speak to some folks from RIDE, from the Commissioner's Office, to examine a report called Ed Reports that looks at the efficacy of these tools in relationship to them being used across the nation. One of those tools was rated higher than the other, that being the Ready Gen. In addition to that, we completed a pilot survey result which examined rubric items that were based upon our needs assessment for the district. Again, Ready Gen scored higher on that based on both pilot groups of teachers. We pulled together a commission of both groups of teachers to have pilot conversations with them so that we could understand all the positive and negative aspects of both products. In the end, we really felt as if the conversation still left us with a couple of things that we wanted to have answered about both products.
Sure.
So we went and searched those answers from the companies. The 2 that sort of stood out in our mind that were a major concern to us. One was meeting the needs of our ELL population. ReadyGen is considered balanced literacy as opposed to the difference in that is it's language-based. So there isn't a separate aligned ELL program. It is part of the program. In visiting pilot classrooms, it's evident that that is a major component of the program. The speech and language processing that goes on is daily, integrated, and accessible to all students. That made it a very key, important component of this process. The second was that we wanted to ensure that we have the ability to differentiate to all levels because of our proficiency. We want to be able to go high, but we also want to be able to go low so we can close gaps. We met with the company and they agreed to provide us with extra support materials free of charge to ensure that all students could access the program. So that being said, we pulled together a committee of folks and we really felt strongly that the investigation that we did in finding a tool that best meets the needs assessment and rubric was indeed ReadyGen.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else? Hearing none. Dr. McGee, roll call on the consent agenda.
Chairman Seal?
Yes.
Vice Chair Bourget?
Yes.
Mr. Lima?
Yes.
And the consent agenda is approved. On to school committee reports. The date is escaping me at this point. But the technology subcommittee met the first Monday of June. And I'm having a brain cramp right now. We discussed the purchases of Chromebooks, the grading printers for the elementary school, thank you, and the dark fiber, which I guess is going to no longer be dark fiber very soon. It will be just fiber.
Light and fast.
Light and fast. Wow. You can quote me. Lightning.
I think it's actually faster than lightning. And then we also talked about the needs of having a curriculum subcommittee meeting to talk about how we're going to educate teachers in the use of technology and roll out technology at the high school and in other levels. Because it really is sort of a curriculum issue, not a, technology issue, not a hardware issue. Did I miss anything else? Oh, and the technology policy. Right. So we also have for discussion tonight the technology policy that first was put through at the technology subcommittee that talks about technology acquisition and compatibility, essentially saying wherever you get your device and however you get your device, it needs to be essentially given approval from the technology department before we go on with the device. Is that it in a nutshell?
Yes.
All right. Anything else? Any questions? All right, with that, need a motion to receive and place on file the technology subcommittee. Motion made by Vice Chair Bourget. I need some game over or something. Yeah. Mr. Lima is seconding. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, the ayes have it. And then technology update is the next thing on the.
You can get a mic that automatically goes up and down.
That's right.
Mr. Rizzo, why didn't you raise the microphone? Not even. My jokes are already not funny enough, right? And so when you're not even paying attention, they just really don't.
You can get the hook.
Is that better?
Louder, please. Thank you.
So this evening you have the standard memo that I write every month with the technology update, beginning with the status reports that we provide out of our work order system. First report being the incident summary. The last 30-day period, we've closed out 246 work orders, 28 have been resolved, 4 in progress, 4 new, 3 have declined, and 2 have been assigned. So pretty standard flow throughout the school year. The second report that I produce is the incident statistics, how long it takes for us, the average time it takes for us to respond and close out the work order. And we're back to our normal time frame for 2 days, so which is about 1 day, taking into consideration that this would reflect problems and have to have a vendor or a partner or whatnot. So obviously we strive to get as quickly as possible. And the third report that I generated for the past 30 days is the overall customer satisfaction, meaning how are our teachers feeling about the job we're doing. As you can see in the report, we have some feedback. The last week we did not have any feedback at all. Most were satisfied. I did look at the numbers for May. We did have 3 dissatisfied teachers. One being that the issue was not resolved as quickly as they wanted it. And the other 2 were issues that just were not happy with the fact that they wanted to do something that generally know well what to do. So the report, I'm pleased with the report based on our work order. In addition to the work order report, as Dr. McGee indicated, our dark fiber installation will be has been completed. We'll be lighting up the system on Friday, June 22nd, at which time it will just be fiber optic. More so, we will have a robust network that will allow us to do other things with our technology. Aside from the dark fiber, our department's also responsible for several different data submission to reports, data collections. The ones that are the most important at this point in time is the homeless collection, which we're finishing up with this week. Dr. Ranker's office on that. Services, the enrollment census file, parent, guardian, faculty, staff, and student contacts, and staff attendance, department ed, student which covers a copy of the case, and all the reports that we do at the end of the year. So we are on target to complete them ahead of schedule. 6th, it should be done by the end of next week, and the following week, all reports signed off. Over the summer, following technology initiatives we worked on, we'll be configuring the layout of our servers and related equipment as due to the dark fiber installation. We'll be looking at security cameras at the Coleman Elementary School, the capability to do some work there with security cameras. Installation of storage, which we put at the last meeting, which will allow us to tie into our financial system and have an electronic document management system. That will allow us to facilitate a paperless environment moving forward. It takes quite a bit of time to do that, but this is what the setups we need. Again, we'll be setting the iVision servers, we'll be the financial package back in-house. Very well, this is working with us on that to make sure that hopefully at some point in the next 6 months, potentially we'll have everything in-house versus posted. We'll be reconfiguring the P-Tech labs at WAC-Tech, and we'll be collecting and reviewing these student Chromebooks. We have over 3,000 devices. So those are the hardware initiatives. And then over the summer, we'll also be working on several data initiatives, STEM scopes, RideMap, G3000, Renaissance, and central registration data process. So those are the things that we'll do as a team over the summer months before it starts. Any questions?
Mr. Chairman?
Vice Chair Wojcik.
Al, you mentioned security cameras at Coleman.
Yes, sir.
Are you looking also, are there other cameras that need to be configured at the other schools? I mean, you've highlighted Coleman, I was just thinking of the rest of the district.
So we will be doing them in all the schools. My thought process behind this is we installed a new system at the high school.
Yep.
So it's an IP-based system. We are looking right now to see, based on the dark fiber installation, we don't need as many servers as we have now. So we're looking at the possibility of taking the existing servers in each location, collapsing that into the storage for the putting IP cameras into the elementary schools. So we are looking to do it at all the schools. I picked Coleman because it's one of the smaller schools.
Right.
And it has the least amount of entrances, to my knowledge, so it'd probably be a first good shot, which we'd like to do it in-house. I don't want to contract over the vendor.
Right.
We have the capability to run the lines, we have the ability to install the going to start with them first. If it's successful, we will then push out to the other buildings throughout the school year, trying to get as much as possible.
The last question I have is, you speak of the reconfiguration of the P-TECH lab. What does that mean? What does that mean? What are you doing?
So we're going to reconfigure all the software on the machines, and then we put it in place at the beginning of this year. We see some feedback from Mr. Webb and the instructors in the lab, so we're going to go back in and do some configuration based on the input. We get a better learning environment.
Okay, thank you, Al.
Thank you, Vice Chair Bourget. Anyone else? Hearing none, I need a motion to receive and place on file the technology update.
So moved.
Motion made by Vice Chair Bourget, I'll second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. On to unfinished business, I need a motion for discussion and approval of the elementary student handbook for a second passage. I'll make the motion. Is there a second? Second made by Vice Chair Bourget. Any discussion? Hearing none, Dr. McGee, roll call.
Chairman Seal?
Yes.
Vice Chair Bourget?
Yes.
Mr. Lima?
And the elementary handbook is approved for a second passage. Next, we need a motion for discussion and approval of the middle school handbook for second passage. I'll make the motion. Is there a second? Second made by Vice Chair Bourget. Any discussion? Hearing none, Dr. McGee, roll call.
Chairman Seal?
Yes.
Vice Chair Bourget?
Yes.
Mr. Lima?
Yes.
And the middle school handbook is approved for second passage. On to new business. I'll make a motion for discussion and approval of the WED joining RICMIC. Is there a second? Second made by Vice Chair Bourget. Mr. Perrier?
It's yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's RIMIC.
Ribbit?
Yep. I think a good place to start is what does RIMIC stand for? It's the Rhode Island Municipal Insurance Corporation. It was founded in 2008, and the reason that this corporation was established was that so municipal leaders could ultimately reduce the cost of health care. To boil it down to the simplest terms, participating in RIMIC will allow the Woonsocket Education Department to obtain the purchasing power of a larger entity due to the pooling of municipalities and school districts across the state of Rhode Island. This will lower our medical administrative costs, yet we will still maintain full control of the benefit and plan design, and also full control of any financial expenditures made. So again, I'd like to stress that the benefits, the claims payment provisions, stop loss carriers, none of that will be affected by us joining up with the Rhode Island Municipal Insurance Corporation. The only thing that will be affected is administrative costs. So the other thing that I'd like to point out, by us joining up with RIMIC, there will be no change to our current benefit plans, nor there will be any change to the current biweekly co-shares that come out of employees' checks.
What about the working rate?
It will not affect the working rate either. So all that we're looking to do is save money through administrative costs and that alone. That's the only thing that's going to be affected here. And also another side effect of this is that the city of Woonsocket is also a member of RIMIC. So by us joining up, we should lower administrative costs on the city side as well. To kind of get an idea of what we're talking about savings-wise, currently our administrative rates are $36.01 per employee per month. If we join up with RIMIC, they will be reduced to $19.81 per employee per month, which would be a savings of $16.20. When you take that savings, multiply it out by our 673 member count, that's over 12 months, is a little over 8,000 count for admin fees. You multiply that by the savings of $16.20, we're looking at about saving $130,000 in medical next year. There is an entrance fee. It's a very nominal fee, $2 for the 673 members, which would be $1,346 that will come off that savings. But we're still looking at about saving 1.6% of what we budgeted in total in fiscal year 19 by joining up with RIMIC.
My understanding is that a lot of cities and towns are also doing this.
Absolutely. Honestly, and trying to get the history, I don't think Woonsocket was in a good enough place financially a few years back. That's why it was really never offered to us at the time, because, well, quite frankly, we were way behind on our Blue Cross bills. You need to be up to date, you need to be timely with your payments. So this really wasn't an option 3 years ago. But due to our getting payments processed in a more timely fashion, this is an opportunity that was presented to us, and it looks like it will save us a significant amount of money going forward.
Haven't we contacted like Lincoln and their financial, I know one of the nearby towns.
Yeah, I've had discussions with a few different members.
Okay.
Mr. Ward, Lincoln, was one of them, and again, everything looks good to me. I've gone through with a few other business managers, and everyone's really happy when they joined. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves here.
I'm talking to Mr. Ward, and sharing some of the numbers, and he's sold on it, and looking at his history, it would be crazy not to get involved in this at this point in time. That's all I have to say.
Anyone else? Hearing none, Dr. McGee, roll call.
Chairman Seal? Yes. Vice Chair Bourget?
Yes.
Mr. Lima?
Yes.
And joining Ribbon.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
All right, next, I'll make a motion for discussion and approval on policy P9-26, guidelines for acquisition and updating of technology. Second made by Mr. Lima. Any discussion? So this is for first passage, correct? Yep. Dr. McGee, roll call.
Chairman Seal?
Yes.
Vice Chair Bourget?
Yes.
Mr. Lima?
Yes.
And it is passed for first passage. Next, we need a motion for discussion and approval of the special education diploma requirements for alternative assessment students. I'll make a motion. Is there a second? Second made by Vice Chair Bourget. Any discussion?
We've been waiting a long time for this, and I think it's time that, when we have children, students who complete all what's required of them, they should receive a diploma. And it's time we approve this and make this happen.
I agree.
Very well.
Dr. McGee, roll call.
Chairman Seal?
Yes.
Vice Chair Bourget?
Yes.
Mr. Lima?
Yes.
And the special education diploma requirements for alternate assessment students is passed for first passage. Next is discussion approval on the appointment of the automation specialist. I'll make the motion. Is there a second?
I'll make a second, but it's automation and automaton, right? It looks like we're approving a robot.
That's a scrivener's error. It's automation.
Yes, unless we were having a robot. I didn't think so. Second.
Okay, thank you. Dr. McGee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I am pleased to recommend Mrs. Catherine Sylvia to the position of Automation Specialist for the Woonsocket Education Department. Mrs. Sylvia has been the Automation Specialist for Special Education for approximately 8 years here in Woonsocket. Prior to her appointment as Automation Specialist for Special Education, Catherine was the Assistant to the Coordinator of Special Education for the Palm River Elementary School. She holds her Bachelor of Science degree from Rider University, Master's in Business Administration from Providence College.
Yay.
Based on her past and present experience, I recommend Mrs. Catherine Sylvia as the Automation Specialist for the Woonsocket Education Department.
Is she here?
Is she here? I don't think she is.
In spirit. Dr. McGee, roll call.
Chairman Seal?
Yes.
Vice Chair Bourget?
Yes.
Mr. Lima?
Yes.
And congratulations
Yes.
to Ms. Silver. Next item is need a motion for discussion approval on the appointment of the Medicaid IEP
LeBeau to the position of Medicaid IEP Data Specialist for the Woonsocket Education Department. Mrs. LeBeau has been the Medicaid Easy IEP Specialist for Special Education for approximately 3 years. Prior to her appointment as Medicaid Easy IEP Specialist for Special Education, Christine was the Secretary to the Director of Curriculum. She holds her Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration from Bryant University. Based on her past and present experience in the Woonsocket Education Department, I recommend Mrs. Christine LeBeau as the Medicaid IEP Data Specialist.
Is she here? No. Dr. McGee, roll call.
Chairman Seal.
Yes.
Vice Chair Bourget.
Yes.
Mr. Weaver.
Yes.
And congratulations to Ms. LeBeau. Superintendent.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So I have, I'm going to report out this evening on the summer education programs within the Woonsocket Education Department. Those that we provide from the Woonsocket Education Department, and I'm also going to talk a little bit about the programs that CCF, Connecting for Children and Families, is providing our students for the summer as well. I'm just going to go one by one and sort of just give you the basics of the grade and an explanation. So I'm going to start off with the extended school year. That is offered to our students with special needs in grades pre-K through grade 12. The locations around the district that is going to be offered, and they're the same locations from year to year, the Globe Park Elementary School, Ophir Elementary, Villanova Middle School, and Woonsocket High School. The dates of the ESY is going to be July 2nd to August 2nd, Monday through Thursday. The times for pre-K to grade 5 will be 8:45 to 11:45 a.m. and grades 6 through 12 will be 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Summer school for our students that need to pass their courses to be promoted to the next grade. Woonsocket Middle School, grades 6 through 8, will be at Villanova Middle School for our middle school students. The dates will be July 9th through August 2nd, and those will be on Mondays and Thursdays. And the session for the middle school students will be 8:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. For the high school, summer school, grades 9 through 12 will be at Woonsocket High School. The dates are July 11th through August 1st, Monday through Thursday as well. And there will be 2 sessions. There's an early morning session, which goes from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., and the second session is 10:15 to 12:15. Connecting for Children and Families, they're providing, as they do typically each summer, a nice variety of programs for our students. Camp Discovery is the first, and Camp Discovery is for students providing them the opportunity to participate in literacy, science, math, art, music, cooking, games, and sports activities. This is for grades K through 2 Camp Discovery. It's located at Globe Park Elementary, and it will run from July 9th through August 11th from 8 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Chillin' and Skillin' is for students to learn about environmental science, art, theater, financial literacy, sports, swimming, and cooking activities. Chillin' and Skillin' is for grades 3 through 5. That's located at Coleman Elementary. Also from July 9th through August 17th. And time is from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. For our middle school students, Get Connected Summer Camp, which provides our middle school students opportunities in environmental science, career exploration, art, music, animal science, service learning, engineering, financial literacy, and cooking and sports. That's offered to our students in grades 6 through 8, and that will be at Villanova Middle School from July 9th through August 17th, and that will run from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. And lastly, there's a new program for our Woonsocket High School students called Stay Connected. And this is a program that will provide students with opportunities in environmental science, career exploration, art, service learning, current events, financial literacy, cooking, and sports. The program is also designed to assist incoming 9th graders transition from the middle school to the high school. That's offered to students in grades 9 through 12. Location is the high school, again, July 9th through August 17th, and it will run from 8:30 to 2 p.m. If you have anybody has any questions, about the CCF programs, they can contact CCF at the following telephone number, 766-3384, or for more information, you can visit the Connecting for Children and Families website, which is www.ccfcenter.org. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Dr. McGee. So I know we talked about it, but not in time to do anything about ESY this year, but next year I would like to explore having all-day ESY at all levels. Because I think we miss out on a lot of students whose parents don't have the ability to essentially leave work in the middle of the day to then pick up their kids. And then also I think it's probably going to be a better program for the kids. Have the teachers been hired yet for the ESY and summer school?
A lot of them are on tonight's so, yes, they're back to fall.
Practically.
Back to normal. They're aiming but
We have a good idea at the next meeting.
for the summer programs.
Yes. Can we just have an update? Sure. That's it for our superintendent's report. Any other comments or discussion for the superintendent's report? I'll make a motion to receive and place on file the superintendent's report. Second made by Vice Chair Boyer. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, the ayes have it. School Committee Good and Welfare, Mr. Lehman. Well said. I have a couple things. One is because Mr. Burke's here, I'm going to do something that he would normally do, and that is announce the Cinexo Summer Kickoff at the World War II Veterans Memorial Park on Tuesday, June 26th from 11:30 to 1. And so this is the kickoff event for the summer meals program. And so Cinexo provides, meals, breakfast and lunch throughout the summer at various schools. And so I think at that kickoff event, they'll also identify which schools will be serving which meals at which schools. The administrator contracts, I think, are going to go on the next agenda. Can we also put on there a follow-up on the discussion for the National Junior Honor Society? My understanding, we're waiting to see how that person gets compensated if they do. The event last night at Wright's Farm for the WAC was just unbelievable. So when we have these events, sort of the culminating events at the end of the year, one of the things that really distinguishes the WAC event is that everyone gets to interact, right? So at graduation, it's far more formal. Students sit here, family, you go sit way up there, right? You can hoot and holler as you want, but there's not the interaction. The WAC they sit by program at their individual tables with their family and their fellow students, and they also get to eat. So there's just a lot more interaction, and you can just feel this great spirit throughout the night. It's just a fantastic event. Dr. Rector. You have been busy, and you know this is coming. You will never volunteer for anything ever again. So Dr. Remke has been very busy. She helped with is it a 73-page Rhode Island K-12 computer science education standards. So she was one of the advisors to in the creation of those standards that were, I think, published rather recently. So congratulations. And because you didn't have enough time, or you had additional time on your hands, you were also recently selected to serve on the PBS Education Advisory Committee for the state as well. So,
I do for Woonsocket.
thank you. Woonsocket appreciates it, even though you hate the spotlight. Well done. Public. This is the last chance we sort of have to congratulate everybody before the school year for the seniors ends. So I just wanted to thank all the teachers. You have a couple days left, okay? Don't party yet, all right? So I just wanted to congratulate all the seniors that are going to be walking on Friday, and all of the teachers and principals who helped get them there throughout their entire career, from pre-K all the way to 12. If that was the circumstance, this is one of, I think, the most satisfying times of the year when you really get to see the efforts of, not us, but everybody else. Like everybody else's hard work gets, is paid off, the teachers, the administrators, the students, and it's just really satisfying to see, everyone so excited at this time of year. So I just want to say congratulations to the graduates. Thank you to the teachers, and we look forward to a good summer, and we'll see you again in the fall. And I know some teachers have another week and a half, but this is the last time we get to see them while in school. So congratulations. You have me nervous here. I can't tell if you're like, what is he saying, or you're just yawning. So.
She might be yawning.
Yeah. Yes. All right. With that, I wanted to say thank you, and I look forward to a productive summer. Vice Chair Wood.
I also want to congratulate all our graduates from high school and all the other schools and all the grades. And let's remember, graduation is not a singular effort. It requires the students to do their job. It needs a lot. They need a lot of support from their parents. So I want to thank their parents, their families, all their support system. I want to congratulate and thank all the teachers, principals, administrators who have been involved with these children and our students. And it's going to be great to see them all on Friday afternoon at Barry Field receiving their diplomas. I mean, every time I go, I feel like I'm graduating myself. I mean, you feel part of it because it's a community effort. Let's remember, it's not the 300, 400, 500 people that are there. It's all of us. And we always, you hear the words that are said to the students, remember your city, remember your community. Wherever you go, Woonsocket is part of it. Remember to give back to your community, because we've given so much to you and you benefited from that. And so hopefully in the years to come, we'll see folks come back to our city. But if they don't, they will take a piece of Woonsocket with them wherever they go. Also, I want to remind everybody, like Mr. Burke reminded us tonight, that on July 24th, we have a referendum in Woonsocket, where we're asking the citizens of Woonsocket, the voters, to go to the polls and cast your vote whether or not you want to return to an elected school committee or you want to stay with the appointed school committee. But it's important that we all get up and get out of our seats and go vote. We can't depend on, well, the other people are going to do it. My vote doesn't really count. Every single vote counts. All I've heard for the last 2 years, 2.5 years sitting on this committee is, why in the world did I give up my vote? I want my vote back. Well, you got it. It's here. So inviting you, encouraging all of us on July 24th to go to the polls and cast our votes. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you, Vice Chair Bourget. Someone said they would tell us what this was, but maybe we can do that after the meeting.
We have a director of technology here.
With that, I'll make a motion to adjourn